Hello all. We are studying the fatty acids. Earlier we have read the structure of the fatty acids and the types of the fatty acids, that is saturated and unsaturated. Today we'll be studying the types of the unsaturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids, you already know, they contain one or more double bonds in the carbon chain. So these unsaturated fatty acids are further of two types. Number one is cis unsaturated fatty acid and number second is trans unsaturated fatty acids. These are rather the isomers of each other. So what is their structure? In this cis, if you see, around the double bond the two hydrogen atoms are on the same side, or on the the hydrogen atoms around the double bond are on the same side. This is called cis unsaturated fatty acids. In trans unsaturated fatty acid, what happens? The hydrogen atoms around the double bond are on the opposite sides. So these two, you can say, these are the isomers, cis and trans isomers of each other. Now let me tell you furthermore. We are now coming to you. You already know that the fats are made up of fatty acids. Now we are coming to the structure of fats. Fats are also known as triglycerides, molecules made from the combination of one molecule of glycerol with three fatty acids. So let me tell you, this is one molecule of glycerol when it combines with three molecules of fatty acids. Fine. So this is a fatty acid here. It has COOH group here, and this R, it designates the aliphatic chain, aliphatic hydrocarbon chain. This R designates the hydrocarbon chain of the fatty acid. Fine. So when one molecule of glycerol is esterified with three fatty acid molecules, we get a fat which is a triglyceride. Which is a triglyceride. Here the structure becomes like this. Fine. So R1, R2, R3, these are the aliphatic hydrocarbon chains of the fatty acid molecules, three fatty acid molecules. R1, say for example, of one fatty acid, R2 of another, R3 of third one. So this is the structure, basic structure of a fat, which is a triglyceride. So now let me tell you why it is called as triglyceride, because it contains three fatty acids along with one molecule of glycerol. Now let me tell you, this glycerol and fatty acids, when they combine, they yield water, and besides, when a triglyceride is formed, it is the bond formed between this oxygen and this carbon is called as ester bond. This bond is called as ester bond, and this process is called as esterification, because in this process the two hydrocarbons are linked by an oxygen, and this bond is called as ester bond. So a triglyceride contains three ester bonds. So here what happens when glycerol is this CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. When it combines with three fatty acid molecules, this is one fatty acid, this is number second, and this is number third. So what happens? This OH and H is liberated here in the form of water, and this OH and H, this is liberated here in the form of water, OH and H here in the form of water. So what remains here? This oxygen, nascent oxygen. It forms the bond with the carbon atom of this glycerol. As a result, what happens? Two hydrocarbon chains are linked by means of one oxygen atom, and this bond between this oxygen and the carbon atom of another this glycerol molecule is called as ester bond. In this way, a triglyceride is formed. I hope this is clear to you. Now let me tell you types of fats we'll be studying. Number one is saturated fat, and number second is unsaturated fat. As the name suggests, the saturated fat contains the saturated fatty acids, means there is no double bond in the carbon chain, carbon hydrogen chain, or the aliphatic chain of the fatty acids. So here is the saturated fat. Saturated fats that contain no double bond in their fatty acid chains are referred as saturated fats. So this fatty acid is palmitic acid. It contains no double bond in this aliphatic carbon hydrogen chain. It contains no double bond here. So the fat which will be formed from this palmitic acid will be a saturated fat. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let me tell you, the saturated fats tend to be solid at room temperature, such as butter or animal fat. The animal products usually contain fat which is solid in nature. It's not liquid, it's solid. So saturated fats tend to be solid at room temperature. The consumption of saturated fats carries some health risks in that they have been linked to osteosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, and heart diseases, because they increase the cholesterol in us. As a result, what happens, the hardening of the arteries takes place and heart disease may occur. So the it usually comes, saturated fat comes from the animal products, like the cream which we get from the milk, the fat in the meat, the fat in the butter, the fat in the cheese. They are all examples of the saturated fat. Number second is unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fats contain some number of double bonds in their structure. They contain double bonds in their structure. So it's natural that an unsaturated fat will be formed from an unsaturated fatty acid. Here is an unsaturated fatty acid, that is linoleic acid. Linoleic acid has a double bond here, double bond here. So this is an unsaturated fatty acid. So the fat which will be formed from this unsaturated fatty acid will be a unsaturated fat. I hope this is clear. Now let me tell you, these fats are generally liquid at room temperature. At room temperature they tend to be liquid. Unsaturated fats can be either polyunsaturated, means they contain many double bonds in the aliphatic chain, or monounsaturated fats, means they contain one or few double bonds. Recent research studies have suggested that the healthiest of all the fats in the human diet are the monounsaturated fats, means the monounsaturated fats, they contain only one or few double bonds, such as olive oil, canola oil, because they appear to be beneficial in fighting the heart diseases. So they tend to be liquid at room temperature. We can also call them oils. We'll be studying these later on. So here you can see we usually obtain these from the plant products like avocado, nuts, and all the dry fruits we get these oils from, and the fish also contains this, the fat which we obtain from the fish also contains unsaturated fat. So here let me tell you once again, this is saturated fatty acid, palmitic acid, and the fat which we obtain from this is saturated fat. And this is linoleic acid, it's mono unsaturated fatty acid, means it contains two double bonds. So like the olive oils, canola oil, they contain these type of the fatty acids in their structure. So I hope this is clear to you. If there are any comments, please let me know. Thank you.